Hi, welcome to math class. Come on in. There should be a name at each seat. Go ahead and find your name. We're going to have a seating chart all year long. So for right now, find where your name is, and that's where you're going to be for the next couple weeks. We'll switch it up every once in a while to have something different, but go ahead and find your seat. Okay, now that we're all seated, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Ms. Postma, and I'm going to be your teacher for the next year. I'm very passionate about math, so I hope that at the end of this year I can rub that off a little bit on each and every one of you. I know math is hard for a lot of people, but we're going to try and make it as fun as we can in this room. Let's see. I graduated from Dakota State in Madison, South Dakota. Lots and lots of people in my family are either teachers or principals, so I think it was in my blood to become a teacher. In my spare time, I enjoy spending time with my niece, and I have 2 nephews. I like spending time with them as well. I like to go out and play a round of golf or go and play softball with my family. In my spare time, I coach Special Olympic sports. I coach softball for Special Olympics. I coach basketball for Special Olympics. I like to get out and be busy, as busy as possible. But I will be available for each of you an hour before school starts and an hour after school starts, or after school ends. And I'll be in here most of lunchtime. So I would like you guys to use that time as wisely as possible and come in and get extra help if you need it, or if you have questions, just stop on in. You don't need to set up an appointment or tell me, just come on in, drop in. So I also will give you my email, and you guys can email me at any time. Just try to give me a little bit of time to respond to you. So now we're going to go over my expectations for my classroom. My number 1 rule is to treat everyone the way you want to be treated. This is a safe place for all of us. You should be able to come in here and feel safe. So no name calling, no swearing, no bullying, no eye rolls. Just respect everyone. And when someone is talking, listen. Whether it's me or it's your neighbor or whoever, just when someone is talking, you need to listen. Let's all learn from each other. This is a cooperative learning classroom. I want you to help each other out and learn from each other. So now we're going to go through just like a rundown of what a normal day would be like in my classroom. So the first thing you're going to do is you need to be in your seat when the bell rings, obviously, and I'm going to have bell work on the board. I'll have 1, 2, 3 problems on the board, and you need to sit down, and I'm going to give you the first 5 minutes of class to work these problems out. You need to do them, and after the 5 minutes is up, I'm going to call on 1 or 2 people randomly, and you need to come up to the board and do it in front of the class. It could be it could be a problem that we learned yesterday, or it could be a problem that we learned like a month ago. Anything that we have learned before can be on the board. So it's a good learning and remembering strategy. I'm going to have bell work be turned in daily, so each of you, even if you didn't write it on the board, you're going to be turning it in, and bell work will be 10% of your grade at the end of the semester. So after bell work, we're going to move on to questions from our homework. I encourage you to ask any and all questions. No question is stupid. Anybody can ask questions, as many as you guys need. I expect there to be questions every single day. And so we'll hopefully clear up as much as we can during that time. And then we're going to move into like the lecture or lesson, where I will be teaching you the next lesson, and I will also post a smaller version of each lecture or lesson online in case you happen to miss school, you have to leave early for a sporting event, or if you just didn't understand what was going on and you need to go back and relearn it or rewatch, I'll have that online every night. I encourage you to take notes because going back and looking at your notes in math helps a lot. It's a lot of the learning part of math. So after the lecture lesson, we're going to move on to the exit slips, where I'm going to give you a problem of something that we learned that day in the lesson or the lecture, and you're going to turn that in. That will also be 10% of your grade. So you already have 20% of your grade, the exit slips and the bell slips, doing those problems. And maybe I'll correct it for accuracy if you got the correct answer, or maybe I'll just correct it for completion. But the exit slips are going to help me assess each of you so I can prepare for the next day if I need to go back over a subject or if I can move on. And then if there's extra time at the end of the day, I'm going to let you guys work on your homework. Now, if you don't use this time wisely, I will make sure that our lectures or our lessons go longer so that you will not have extra time. So, now that we've gone through a rundown of like a normal day, we're going to move into an icebreaker to get to know each other. Since we are like a part of a family, we're going to be seeing each other every day. So what we're going to do, since it's the first day for all of you guys in middle school, we're going to really get to know each other. So everyone come and sit in a circle, and we're going to do an activity that's involving dice. Now I'll start out the activity. I'm going to roll the dice, and here I got a 7. So now I need to tell all of you, since I'm in the middle of the circle, it's my turn to talk. I'm going to tell all of you 7 different things about myself. So it could be anything like, you can start with your name, that's fine. That could be one. You can tell me how many siblings you have, if you have any siblings, what your favorite sports team is, what your favorite subject is, what your favorite food is, what you want to be when you grow up, anything. Just whatever you roll with those 2 dice, you have to add them up, and that's the number that you have to tell us, that many things about yourself. We'll go all the way around in a circle, and then probably when we're done, the class period will be over, and we will start our bell work and lectures all tomorrow. So let's start that out.